Hi, this is Dave from Roch Rides. I'm going to be taking a ride down through Durand Eastman Park and riding along Lake Ontario. I'm on my Segway 9bot mount. I'm going to be setting it up. Take this thing here. This scooter has a 350 watt nominal power, and it goes up to 700 watts for climbing hills. It's got tubeless pneumatic tires, 10-inch tires. It gets about, with me on it, like 27 miles on a full charge. I'm going to try to keep the video short today, so stay along the ride. I got to be careful today because it just rained. That's why I got the Segway out, none of my other scooters, because this is probably the best as far as riding in the rain. It has good traction. How you doing? It's got good traction in the rain. It's the most waterproof of my scooters. I gotta be careful because it's a lot. As you can see, there's a ton of leaves out and they're all wet, so I don't want to wipe out going around corners. You can barely see the trail with all these leaves. I don't think there's going to be a lot of people out today. Maybe in about an hour they might show up, but like I said, it just got through raining about an hour ago. It's like 63 degrees out. There's somebody out. Somebody's sitting on the bench. Morning. Not a bad day for a Sunday in November. 120. See, once I put it in sport mode, it pulls me right up these hills. You're getting the actual 700 watts out of it. If I didn't put it in sport mode, it wouldn't pull me up that hill. In drive mode, it just doesn't have the guts to pull my 225 pounds. Sport mode, no problem. I try to drive it more in drive mode though. But once I get over this hill, I'll be all right. I'll drop it back down into drive. I even help it going up the hill a little bit. I was just here earlier with my dog. Now I'll stop and drop it back down into drive. We're in sport now. I want to conserve the battery. This is Zoo Road, Durand Eastman Park. This is where I walk my dog every morning. It's about a mile walk when you do Zoo Road all the way down to the end and back. Try to avoid these puddles. The less water you get, even though it's water resistant, the less water you put on it, the better. If I was here earlier, you would have been sneaking up on a ton of deer, because they're usually right up here on the road around 7:30 in the morning. Then they scatter about. Give it a little kick, a little help getting up these inclines. I'm above the weight limit of the scooter. I'm 225. It's supposed to handle, you know, like if I put, like I said, if I put it in sport mode, it'll handle it, but it's supposed to be for 220 pounds and under. So I don't want to abuse it. It's all getting all clogged up with leaves. I'll be cleaning this bad boy when I go home. I know the majority of people that come down here in the morning, we all walk our dogs to get to know people. They take good care of this park, I'll tell you that. Going down the hill, let it regen the battery. Don't give it any juice. The thing goes for forever, even with me on it. So. Just gotta hope I don't run over any large, sharp objects. How you doing? Good. A lot of people go fishing down here at Pat Lake. Usually not this time of year though, but there's a couple bodies of water down here. There's a lake on this side and there's a lake, a little pond I should say, not a lake. There's a pond on this side, a pond on the other side, which I'll show you going up there. Got to put it back in sport mode because, uh-oh, there we go. Turn the light on, I want to kill the battery. This has got torque galore for a 350 watt scooter. As long as you're in the sport mode, you're good to go. There's another body of water. I'll hold on a second, I passed it up. See? This one's got all kinds of algae. It's Trimble Lake. I don't know if you can see it. All kinds of algae and stuff all over the water there. Super nice. There's a lot of trails around here for you to walk. Or you're not supposed to ride bikes on here, but it's no big deal. I'm gonna zigzag to get it up the hill so it doesn't beat up the battery. If you go straight up the incline, it kind of messes it up, eats it up. So there's another body of water right there. See it? Hold on 1 second. I won't keep taking pictures of the scooter. Watch out for snakes, even though it's November. You get a good view of that. This all gets fed over there, I'm sure, by Lake Ontario, which is on the other side, which you'll see when I come out, because we're going up to Log Cabin Road. I always keep screwing up the angle. I don't want to fry the controller, that's why I'm zigzagging. This is a fairly steep hill, probably 15 degrees, if not more. Like I said, I'm 225, so I don't want to fry the controller on this thing. Try to zigzag it a little bit. Although I'm not going to be taking a huge ride on this thing today. I'm trying to keep the video shorter so I can get more views. I'm new to the YouTube type scheme of things. I'm an old man. I'm 58 years old, so I'm not like young kids where I know the rhythms and stuff. And I was always putting too long of rides on an hour or so. Drop it down into drive mode again. There we go. I just want to save some battery. This has quickly become my favorite scooter. You go around the circle here, so you get to see a little bit of the park. There's a lot of pavilions. A lot of people reserve them in the summertime. You got family picnics and weddings and stuff. There's one of them. Durand Eastman, they really keep a good. They take care of this park. Turn this way so you can see there's a little play area for the kids, a little playground. It's pretty awesome down here. Fortunate to live in Rochester, New York. Our parks are nice. You've seen the trails that I've ridden on before, although my videos are far too long, I'm told. But we have like Lehigh Valley Trail, we have Genesee Valley Trail. I'll walk it past them. I don't want to scare them. These are great little toys for old guys. Well, they're like 4 inches off the ground. They do 20 miles an hour. Hey, puppy.
Is that scary?
No, it's not scary. Hey. You see, look at they're air-filled tires front and back. It tells you how much juice you got. It's got the 5 bars there. It's just like you have a gas tank. It tells you how far you can go. Usually this will go 40 miles on a charge.
And the battery's on the bottom?
The battery gets plugged in right there.
So it gives you good...
Yeah, see, it's got like rubber bits so it doesn't get any water in there. That's the only thing that would damage an electric vehicle.
Do you feel like stability?
Oh, it's very stable. Very stable. Because of the air-filled tires. If it didn't have the air-filled tires, it'd be wobbly, because especially with the leaves. Because I have scooters that have the solid tires too, and they're more dangerous on leaves. The air-filled tires, these are car-grade tires. They're real thick. They actually got a live glue inside of them, so if you get a puncture, a small puncture like a nail or something, it won't go flat. Cool. It's got like, you know, the fix-a-flat inside there, whatever they call it.
How long have you had it?
Believe it or not, I just picked this up for $150, but I had to put this. I had to put the dash on it. The dash was broken. It was a college kid's, and I put this throttle on. It's only $8 for the throttle, $28 for the dash. I went on Alibaba and bought it. It's like Chinese eBay. And I had to put that new front tire and new rim on it, because a kid used to jump off of curbs with it, and the bearings were shot in the tire, so it wobbled back and forth. But that was only $54 with a tire already installed.
What do they retail, about $1,000?
Yeah, 1,000. But they're awesome because you can go 40 miles on it. You ride them for like, you know, you can ride them like 20 miles an hour. Hey, puppy. See, dogs hate them. My dog hates it too. I can't ride around my dog either. My Dalmatian can't stand it. And it's quiet. It's just they don't understand it because it's so slow, and you sneak up on them. I sneak up on deer on them when I ride around here at like 7 o'clock in the morning. The deer don't hear it because it's so quiet, you know. Hey, have a good day. You know what's good about it? I'm not saying you don't want to ride around no bad neighborhoods, but I take this out to the Lehigh Valley Trail. I take it out to Genesee Valley Trail, because you can trail ride. I trail rode with a friend of mine yesterday from South Clinton Avenue in Brighton all the way through Pittsford, almost to Macedon.
So you're riding on dirt?
No, it'll do both. Because like I said, they're car grade tires. I mean, you just got to make sure you don't pick up no giant piece of steel or something. It'll pop if it'll pop a car tire, it can pop this. I've had it happen to me one time where I had to walk it 7 miles back home.
It does look like you want to get home with the battery still have some juice in it.
Oh, yeah, I'm not worried about the battery. Like I said, this
You don't
goes
wanna go like
this goes 40 miles. I'm not worried about the miles. The battery ain't gonna die. You got to worry about getting a flat. The battery ain't gonna. 40 miles a long time standing up.
Yeah.
You think about it. It's not like when you get in your car and drive 40 miles because you're standing up and it's like riding a bicycle for 40 miles. That's a long time. You're actually tired by the end of.
Do you have a spare in your bag there?
No, these, like I said, these got the air filled. I mean, they got the live glue inside of the inside of the tire, so it's got, what do they call it? Like a, it's like the run flat.
Yeah.
So it'll run. It won't damage the rim, so it won't go completely flat, so I can limp it home. And I started over there, over on Culver. You know, Culver. I rode down through that area here, and I'll ride all the way around, then go back to my car, so I can walk that far. It's like 3 miles. Worst come to worst. But Segway makes that. See, it's a Segway. Yeah, Segway makes it. It's called a ninebot Max. It's a great scooter. Most people say, well, man, they laugh at me because I'm older and I ride it. But think about it. Who would benefit more from this? An older person who isn't going to go for a 30-mile ride? Because you're only 4 inches off the ground and it only does 20 miles an hour. You're not going to kill yourself. There's your front, there's your brake, and this is your throttle. So you just take your finger off the throttle and just gently apply the brake, and it slows right down. It's got a mechanical brake in the back. You know, it's a electric brake in the back here, and then it's got a drum brake in the front.
So like not far ahead, there's a downhill section.
Yeah, it's safe. The brakes are the electronic brake. Once you pull this in halfway, the electronic brake in the rear wheel starts slowing down.
But you will want to slow down, or
Yeah.
you just zoom right through it.
If there wasn't wet and leaves, you can zoom right through it, and it ain't gonna hurt you. But with the wet leaves, you got to be careful because they're only little 10-inch wheels. So if you guys hit a patch, you're gonna wipe out, get road rash. I don't want to go to the hospital. I just want to enjoy riding a scooter.
Well, enjoy.
But other than that, they're excellent. Excellent, especially for people over 50 years old. And people don't think of it. You say, oh, it's like a kid's toy. But if you rode this, if you didn't have the dog and you rolled this up there and back there, you'd say, I want one. Because you put it in sport mode to climb a hill like this. It just took me up that hill there, and that's pretty steep. You know, the one coming up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You just got to put it in sport mode.
Up from Wisner?
Yep. You have to put it in sport mode to climb though. So there's 3 speeds to it. There's eco mode, which will only do 6 miles an hour, and I'm in drive mode now. That'll allow me to do 15 miles an hour. Sport mode will allow you to do 20 miles an hour. But it also goes from 350 watt in sport mode to 700 watts. Because that's what you want. If you want the more wattage to climb the hill.
Yeah. Use more power.
Yep. Hey, enjoy your day.
You too.
See you, puppy. You hear that, Segway? I'm selling your products for you. I know you don't care. I don't have enough viewers for you. I don't have enough viewers for you, but hopefully someday I will, so you can send me I don't even want GT2, I just want a GT1. That's all, just a $2,000 scooter, or $3,000. That's a joke, right? How you doing? Good. I'm only zigzagging like this. I don't have it in sport mode. I got it in drive mode. If I had it in sport mode, it'd rip me all through this little incline. Just trying to conserve some battery. That's all. I don't know how far I want to ride. I might want to go all the way down to Charlotte, but nah, I'll keep it short today, like I promised. Nobody will watch it if it's an hour long. But this here is Log Cabin Road in Durand, Eastman Park. So here's another pavilion. You can rent the pavilion right there. The Acorn Pavilion. On one of my videos in the summertime, I caught a beaver crossing there's a little body of water up here, which I'll show you, and a beaver was crossing. It was a pregnant beaver. She was huge. I got to be careful whizzing down the hill because there's a couple of rough spots down here. I don't want to get a flat. See, we're coming up to Lake Ontario. Where this road ends, right across the street is Lake Ontario. So you got to watch out for big pieces of metal and stuff. There's a lot of people park here. Car parts and stuff come up. There's cars coming up here. How you doing? I'll ride down through here, and I'll take it to the Durand Eastman sign. Take it to the Durand Eastman sign, and then I'll ride back. Make it a quick video. Because I'm learning the shorter the video, the more views you get. I did a semi-short one, like 32 minutes the other day, and I got 50 views in one day. I don't blame people for not wanting to watch an hour-long video, though. It's too long. But I got to be careful on the road here, because I don't want no bolts or nothing going through my tire. It's a fun little scooter, though, I'll tell you that. Seeing as I got 5 bars left, I might as well just kick it into sport mode. We're not going to go very far. So I might as well have the 700 watts available to me to climbing the inclines and stuff. It's going to be a short ride anyway, so it's good for my battery for my GoPro too. Keeping the video short. I'm definitely going to have to dry it off when I come home. Even though I'm not driving through puddles, it's still getting wet. See, now I'm coming up to where I usually come off when I'm bringing the dog. This is King's Highway. I usually would make a left to go home. Everyone usually makes a turn here if you're heading back towards Arundequoit. But I'm going to stay on this side of the street, and I'm going to try to cut over and go to the other side of the street, ride with traffic rather than against it. Got to keep my eye out. People are coming down here, so I don't want to cause anybody any dismay. There we go. Now I can cut over. I'm running over little rocks and stuff, so kind of got to be careful. I don't want no puncture. The front tire, I think, you know, like I said, they're pretty thick. They're car grade tubeless tires, but front tire I'm not as worried about as the back, because I have a brand new back tire to put on it, but I never put it on yet. riding along Lake Ontario's to the right of me, and a little inlet's to the left of me. I'm in cruise control right now. Keep a nice short video for you. Go to the Durand Eastman sign, then turn and go on the trail and go back to my car. It's a rainy, crappy day anyway. I figure I'd do this and go home, watch some football. Watch my Packers lose again, if they're playing this week. They're terrible this year. At least the local team, the Bills, is doing good, so at least I can cheer for one team. There's to the left of me is the FEV plant, whatever that is. This thing on sport mode is just sick. Climate ability. I got it on the cruise control and sport mode. I'm just taking this 5% incline like it's nothing. I'll stop and show you a picture of Lake Ontario. As soon as I get off down here, I'll show you, because we're coming up to the sign anyway. Then I'll get on that trail and just go home, back to the car. I'll push it over these. I'll push it over these stones because I want to get it flat. Durand Eastman Beach. It's a nice beach, Durand Eastman. Like I said, living in Rochester, New York is it's a blessing. There's a lot of places to ride bikes, e-bikes, scooters, and there is Lake Ontario. Hopefully I get a nice clear video of it. It's huge, Lake Ontario. One of the Great Lakes. Looks like an ocean. If most people who didn't know any better, didn't know about Great Lakes, you'd swear it's an ocean, it's so big. I'll try turning without killing myself, so you guys get a video of it. There. I got it in cruise control. Hard to ride sideways though. Did you see the beach? See how big it is? How huge this lake is? It's just like living near the ocean. Probably should have went down there. You see, I was gonna go down the trail and take a picture of the bike near the I don't want to get sand in it though, that's the problem. It'll destroy it. It'll destroy the motor because it's so wet, you know. If it wasn't wet, it'd be alright. How you doing this morning? Oh, wait a minute, there's a shot. I'll take it down there. And then just hope I don't crash. How you doing? I won't ride it down here, folks. I'll just push it down. Only because I don't want to get so much sand put. I'm going to shut it off, as a matter of fact. because I don't want to get sand all up in it. I was just waiting for a flat spot to push it down there to get a photo of it. And I'm going to have to push it through the grass to get the sand off of it. I got to push it close to the water because otherwise the sand isn't hard enough to hold it. Okay. Heck of a view, huh? People brought some pumpkins down here. They threw pumpkins in the water. Beautiful beach, this beach. Hopefully next year, if I'm still alive, I'll be metal detecting down here. Bring my ninebot down here and metal detect. That's a hint for Segway. Give me a ninebot GT1. I'll ride it from my house with my. Now this is the fun part. Pushing it back up the hill through the wet sand. Like I said, it rained earlier. It's fun having an adventurous spirit, but when you're fat and 58, got to be careful with it. All right. I got to be careful now, folks, because now I got sand on the tires. Not only have to worry about wet leaves, but sandy tires as well. How you doing? This is such a great scooter though. And Segway makes good stuff. But never mind Segway. I want to thank God for letting me have another day to ride this thing and provide the weather for me to be able to do it. How you doing?
Good.
This thing is one of the, for not having suspension, this thing's one of the smoothest riding scooters I've ever ridden. Now I know why all the sharing scooter companies use this. I do have to flash this scooter, meaning I have to download the ninebot app and flash it and get the newest software for it. I've never flashed it, which means that I can reset the regen braking and stuff on it. Come on. I can reset, I can set the regen brake amount I want on it, and man, what a day. What a day to be alive on this thing, riding around in November. How can you complain about that, right? I'll just let it coast at 26 miles an hour, 26 kilometers an hour, I mean. With cruise control on it, adjusts for hills and everything, which is pretty cool. You can feel the power kick in by itself with the cruise control. Probably eats the battery up, but man, makes it easy. Hubba hubba. Here's where I'm worried about getting a flat, the wood, because you get a sliver. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
Good, thanks.
See, going down's the easy part. Going back, it's all uphill, so you gotta keep it in sport mode. You can hear all them leaves getting crushed underneath my tires. I definitely got to put that brand new back tire on here, so I don't have so much anxiety about getting a flat. How you doing? Good. It was loaded with leaves. This was all an incline. And look at on sport mode how easy it was to climb it. How you doing? I rode all that way on just one bar. I hope you guys enjoyed the ride. Thanks for watching.